Hi, Ms. Bell. This is my metacognitive self-assessment for the English seminar and our psychoanalytical approach seminar. My goal for this assignment was to get a 80% or higher, and just to improve on my public speaking skills, because I really felt that that was something that I lacked in last year. So I really wanted to improve on that this year, in this assignment specifically. The elements of the success criteria that I feel that I did well during this assignment was making lots of eye contact with the audience. I don't feel like I read off of anything, or I looked at the slides too much, and I felt like I was always talking to the audience as if I was talking to them like one-on-one. I felt like I also I also spoke in a appropriate tone. So yeah, I did not memorize any parts either. I spoke from just the knowledge that I got from researching my approach and researching for our thesis. And I felt that I was also confident when I was presenting, for the simple fact that I was able to go up there with no script, and I was just able to speak from my prior knowledge without really skipping a beat. So that's why I feel that I was confident, and this how I felt that I did in terms of successful criteria. The steps that we took to ensure the quality of work in our group, well, Jay and I just worked on our own individual character analyses, and I felt that was really helpful because we were very focused on one thing, or on our characters, so that really helped us to not worry about anything else getting in the way. And I felt like that really helped us in terms of quality, because if we were both analyzing both characters and we had to help each other out, I don't think that the outcome would have been as good as what we had in our seminar just to date. A short summary of Jay and I's roles were, again, very just very on our own and very independent until the real life connection. That's when we really collaborated, and on the slides. So I would write my slides, and Jay would and I would send Jay the links to the videos so that he could clip them and cut the audio out for the swearing, because both of our pieces really were very vulgar, and we had to cut out some audio so that it would be watchable in school. In terms of equal division of work, again, we worked on our own things, and I did my part, he did his, and I felt that we really collaborated well on the real life connection of Jeffrey Dahmer, because I did the research, I gave him the facts, and he presented it. And yeah, I think that in this assignment, especially Jay and I, we divvied up the work quite well. The strategies that we implemented in order to meet our deadlines, or the deadline set, is that we just worked on it every day prior to our presentation date. And I felt that really helped, because if we didn't work on it every day, we wouldn't have been ready, number one, ready for our presentation, and number two, we wouldn't have known as much as we did in our seminar. So I felt like just working on it every day, and calling each other on the phone to see where we were at every day really helped us. I know that my presentation was a success because of the fact that I was able to speak very confidently and very knowledgeably, because of the fact that I did my research, and I feel that my points related back to my thesis. To ensure audience engagement, I made sure I chose the most exciting clips from my movie, because I feel that my classmates really enjoy watching videos during the presentation. So I made sure I did that, and as well, I made sure that I spoke as if I was speaking to them one-on-one, so that they would learn something every time that I would speak on my character, if they haven't watched the movie already, or I could give them new insight as to how Tony Montana's psyche, or how his mind worked. The challenges we ran into during this process was just, again, cutting out the swearing in our text. So I feel like if I were to do this again, I would choose a more PG rated text, because it just added a lot of work cutting out audio from our clips and having to re-upload them again, and that just created a lot more hassle. So I think that if we were to do this again, we would definitely choose a more clean movie. And another challenge that we faced was actually like meeting each other to work on it together in person, because of the fact that I live in Brampton, he lives in Milton. It was hard for me to get to Milton, and our schedules didn't always line up. So I feel that was a challenge for us. Some of the improvements that I would make to our seminar was just to maybe add more visuals, or more pictures and more images to our actual slideshow, because I feel like our slides were a little too bland. I think they looked good because they were just plain simple. They got the point across, but I saw that the other groups had images, and that really kept me engaged to our slides. So I feel like if we had more images on our slides, it would be a better presentation just overall. I would definitely work with Jay again, for the simple fact that he did his part well, I feel, and he was just a great partner, because he helped me when I needed it, and yeah, just the experience was just great working with Jay. Overall, I do feel that this assessment demonstrated our knowledge of course concepts, but not fully, because some people might have gotten nervous during the presentation and forgot to include some of their research or their knowledge about their approach. So I feel that if you were confident, if you were prepared, and if you did your research, I feel that and you were actually comfortable in presenting, I feel that it would demonstrate your knowledge of course concepts and ideas, just because of the fact that you're able to get all your points across. But for those who were nervous, I feel that it doesn't quite do that for them, because they might have gotten nervous and forgot to put some points in, and they might be kicking themselves afterwards. So that's the only thing I have to say about this assignment. But all in all, it was a great experience, and I really enjoyed working on it, because it gave us freedom of creativity in choosing our texts and just doing our analysis in general. So yeah. So there's what I think about this assignment. Hope you have a great day.